Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, having a Southern Tier 2X Christmas Double Ale. I'll enjoy it afterwards, but it is so good. 8%, so I can't have too many, pretty much one. This video is geared for anyone who has a home brewer in their life. So friends, families, spouses that have a home brewer in their life, I'm gonna give you 25, I'll actually give you a lot more than that, but 25 home brewing gifts that are at or below, with the majority being well below $100. If you are a home brewer, this is where you forward it over to your spouse, family, whoever, and go, hey, check out 5 minutes and 52 seconds or 2 minutes and 59 seconds in, things like that, and kind of get their attention, let them check it out. I will have links for everything I can imagine down below. I'm only gonna say maybe half is gonna be affiliate links. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Yes, it helps to cover some of my costs, but the goal here is to provide you with information or a way to kind of, persuade someone to get something for you, or for people who don't know what to get a home brewer, for them to get some ideas and go, oh yeah, that would be great, or I never thought of that. Thanks for the suggestion, appreciate it. Hit the like button if it helps in any way. I appreciate that. And don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing, definitely appreciate the sharing. Share this thing out massively. Who knows, maybe you'll get hooked up a couple times with some cool gifts. But number one, we're gonna go right into it, super simple. And this one's gonna run anywhere from a few dollars to as much as you can imagine, but I had to throw it in. It just wouldn't be right not to. Etsy. There's a lot of handcrafted things on Etsy that are beer related. From cool beer t-shirts, shirts, even nice shirts, beer signs, glasses, hand-blown glasses, which are really freaking cool. Homebrew journal, custom tap handles. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, but there's some really cool stuff out there. Number two, and this one's so obvious, most people don't think of it. You get some shirts or a shirt or a glass or some glasses from their favorite brewery or one of their favorite breweries. Even if it's not local, most of them have a web store online where you can buy glasses, you can buy cool stuff, and you can have it sent to you. It's not a big deal. Number three, this is actually something my wife got me for Christmas one year. Bottle opener. These things can run you anywhere from about $5 delivered to as much as you can imagine, but let's say $25 for the really crazy ones. But I mean, $5 Army Man, done. He hangs out all the time. I don't use him as much as he hangs out. He hangs out quite a bit. Number four, and this is for someone who likes to dry hop in their keg. This is only about 16 bucks. I've seen them from 12 to 25. It is just simply a hop filter that they can put the hops in, up to 4 ounces, drop it in the keg, do a closed transfer. I won't go into all that detail, but yeah, very inexpensive. Next item. This is an item that I thought was dumb at first and go, how am I ever gonna use that? I'm not gonna use it that much. I'm not gonna use it that much. I bought it and now I'm considering buying another pair. I love these things. Yeah, they look really basic. They're about $20. They're ball lock disconnect jumpers. And when you're doing like a transfer, this thing gets all dirty. The easiest way to keep it open, other than a spoon or a knife, which is not very easy, you snap this in there. You snap the other one and you run your cleaning through it, done. If you're trying to go between things, and maybe for some reason you need to go from liquid to air or air to liquid or whatever it may be, you put this on, put a different one on, whatever you need to do. But I use these things all the time and I never imagined using ball lock disconnect jumpers. They are like a jumper. They're 20 bucks usually for a pair. They're awesome. Now I have a do-it-yourself stir plate that I love, but I'm thinking as a gift, most people don't wanna, hey, how do I put this together? So I grabbed this. It cost me, I think, $24. I'm gonna tell you 25 to be safe. It's just a stir plate. It comes with the power. The only thing it does not come with is a stir bar. You will need to get one of these or they can buy one later, but yeah, and it spins and spins and helps with yeast starters. I know most people are going, what's a yeast starter? If you're watching this as a gift for someone else. I'll also put up one thing I almost forgot, the Amazon store. I have an Amazon store that has tons of the stuff and a lot of, actually probably the majority of the stuff in the Amazon store. I'll put a QR code up here. You can just scan it with a different phone if you're watching on a phone, I don't know. But yeah, check out the Bitter Reality Brewing Amazon store. Tons of cool stuff. Number 7, Picnic Tap 2.0. I've been using the hell out of this thing. That's it. It's just a little tap. The difference, you have to watch the video, but the difference is I can open, get some beer, close it, and not end up with a lot of foam from that short distance. It works great when I have something that's under pressure fermentation. I want to get a sample. If it's a fresh keg and I just want to test it before I hook it up to my keezer, this thing is indispensable. And now there's even a new attachment you can get so you can fill bottles and things like that. I'm actually going to try to trick it out and make it a pressure filler, but I haven't tried, so we'll hold off on that one. Number 8, floating dip tube. It's by the same person, Trong, who makes the picnic tap. It is a floating dip tube. What it does is it allows people to pull the beer from the top. It's extremely efficient. It filters out any kind of stuff that's floating in the beer or any kind of yeast like that. It just does a really great job of giving you clear beer from the beginning and getting every last drop, as he says, which it really does. Number 9, I forgot where I put the book, but How to Brew by John Palmer. It's a Bible. Every home brewer should have that somewhere in their inventory, but How to Brew by John Palmer. Number 10, super simple. I do like the contact ones a little better, but sometimes it's not as simple or as easy to use as point and shoot thermometer gun. Doesn't have to be an Inkbird. The Inkbird's pretty rugged. I have a generic one here I've had for years. Works great. I use them both because I usually lose one and don't know where the other one is. So yeah, I got the Inkbird as a backup, and it gives you a good rough estimate of what the temperature is, at least for the surface temp where it's hitting. Number 11, Brewing America Hydrometer. Quality American-made hydrometer. This one's a special hydrometer though. It is a specific one right here. It actually can give you your current gravity at 155 Fahrenheit. For a brewer, that's kind of cool because you can figure out what your current gravity is for your mash. And you know, once you start learning how to do that and then figure out where you're going to be at the end, it helps you estimate things a little bit better and just become a better brewer. Really, it's just a tool, but it's a useful tool. Number 12, somewhere around here, I have 2 of these. And yeah, I have like 4 of these, but it's a hop spider. Hop spider, so you can drop your hops in. There is a lot of things about contact and just throwing the hops in. You can do that, or you can throw it in the hop spider and keep kind of a little whirlpool going. You just want to make sure things are constantly contacting it. But yeah, helps with cleaning up all that trub and all that other garbage and the hop matter. So hop spider, very, very useful. And that's about 30 bucks, sometimes less, sometimes more. Number 13, and it was right here, here it is. And I'm changing the model because they don't make this one anymore, but Dr. PH Meter. It's a pH meter. You want to make sure that you're in the right pH, 5.2 to 5.6, preferably around the 5.4 neighborhood usually in your mash. Home brewers start doing that. They start getting better extraction. Everything comes together. And this thing, you can get the new one, which is Dr. PH838 meter. And that thing's 30 bucks. It's getting great reviews. This one got great reviews. I loved it. It was about the same price, I believe. Number 14. And I know I'm kind of saying this one again, but I didn't include Amazon. And in my Amazon store, I have a ton of these. Some I own, some I want to own. But number 14, glasses. Amazon and Etsy, single or sets. This is a really nice Trappist. Yeah, very nice little glass. I've used it in a couple videos. It's just nice. It's nice to have different glasses for different types of beer and to drink the appropriate style in the appropriate glass to see maybe there's a difference. Maybe there's not. Maybe it just looks classy. I don't know. So number 15. And number 15, I've got 2 of these, but this one's at number 15 because it's around $40. And these prices are all estimates. Sometimes they're a little higher, sometimes they're a little less. They do like that, but this is pretty close to the neighborhood, at least when I checked recently, is right here, counter pressure bottle filler. I do not recommend spending the extra for the gauge. You don't need it. But yeah, 15 counter pressure bottle filler. Number 16 is something my wife got me for Christmas, and I have used the living hell out of it for probably 5 years, maybe 6. Actually, I take it back. It's probably going on 7 or 8 years. Bingo. Yeah. And I put up a bigger picture of it. But basically, it's a bottle drying tree. I use this thing all the time. It was full recently. I just bottled a bunch of stuff. I got enough bottles to fill it up again, but it was heavy, so I didn't do that. But yeah, a bottling tree for letting it drip dry. You do have to take it and clean it. You can break it down, make it smaller or bigger. They make them anywhere for like 40 bottles to this one holds, I believe, 90. Mine holds 89 because I broke a tab, but hey, it's good enough. Number 17, and I broke this recently, dropped it from a second floor, hit my car. Luckily it didn't break the window, but it broke the mash paddle. My mash paddle, love my mash paddle. I will fix it. I have the piece, I just gotta fix it. But yeah, you can get cool mash paddles. You can start off at about $40, $45 on Amazon. Go to Etsy, they can get as crazy as 200 bucks, but you can get a nice mash paddle for around 50 bucks. And I love this thing. I use it all the time, especially if you have something like an Anvil, Grainfather, Brewzilla, an all-in-one brewing system. Just really useful. Number 18, this is another Brewing America. This one's pulling around $53, and this is the triple hydrometer with temperature kit, which means it'll also come with the flask that you need to use for measuring. So it comes with everything for $53. Even I think it comes with a little cleaning brush, which is pretty cool. And this is not made of glass. I forget the type of glass it's made of, but if you drop it, there's a good chance it will bounce. I've had it bounce a couple times, and I've had my wife break one previously, so I have a spare somewhere, but it did fall from about 6 feet, so I gotta give her credit. If you're gonna do it all the way. But number 19, and I used the hell out of this recently, and I've been using this for years. Do not waste your time and money with this. I hate these. Right here. This thing is awesome. This is a bench bottle capper. It does amazing. I have little black Sharpie marks for if I'm using a stubby bottle like from Sierra Nevada, or if I'm using a regular height bottle. It just does a great job. I'm like, bam, next, bam, next. It's super simple. Number 20. Yes, you can spend a little and get a SPUNDit valve, or you can spend a little bit more. So it is about 70 bucks, a little pricey, but it's SPUNDit 2.0, another invention from Trong, who did the Picnic Tap 2.0 and the Floatit 2.0. Yes, this thing is amazing. It is kind of like, instead of having the Chevy, you got the Corvette. And that's probably not a good analogy. Instead of having the Chevy Corsica, yeah, or Impala, or whatever Chevy you think of as an average Chevy, you go right to the Corvette. There you go, right there. 21. This is about 80 bucks. It is a Tapcooler counter pressure bottle filler. The ones I've seen on Amazon include the air disconnect, which is nice. Previously you had to pay extra for that, and the price was more. It's come down. I think it was over 100 bucks when I originally bought it. Now it's around 80 bucks. So very useful for somebody who's filling bottles and they're just one person. It helps to keep the CO2, keeps everything just the way it needs to be. Number 22. Yes, 22 is around 80 bucks plus or minus based on where you buy it. And they're called transfer pumps. There's the Super Sucker transfer pump. This is a beer and wine transfer pump. I didn't get it from Northern Brewer. It says Northern Brewer. I got it from Midwest, same company, but yeah. So it comes with a nice little stainless wand. It came with everything. Sometimes you can only get the pump. Sometimes you get all the nice little attachments for a little bit more. But yeah, that thing is huge, especially if you're going straight from a fermenter that's not under pressure to something else. It's a nice efficient way to move the liquid and reduce the CO2 or O2. Next, this is number 23. Use the living hell out of it. Shocked it hasn't broken on me, because I do beat the hell out of it. Drop it, whatever you want to call it. Grain mill cereal crusher. It's a very basic 2-roller system. It's about 100 bucks. And I have been using this thing for, I want to say 5 or 6 years, probably maybe longer, but at least 5 or 6 years. And it just does its job. Occasionally I have to push that down because it comes a little loose, but it just does a really great job. I think it's a 7-pound hopper. I mean, it's not a big deal. I always put some more. I keep doing more until finally it's done. You can adjust the settings, lock them in. I mean, I usually only do, see if I can get this right, 0.0375 for my Anvil Foundry. If I'm doing brew in a bag, or if I'm doing rye, or recently with the Brew Easy Compact, I go to 0.025, and it does a great job. I mean, I don't need a 3-roller system. That thing does a great job. Would I like one? Sure. Do I want to pay more than double? No. So, number 24, I do have a do-it-yourself one on this, and I didn't want to drag it out, but the Mark II keg and carboy washer. A lot of times, if you just keep recirculating the water keep cleaning, which no one wants to do for 10, 15, 20 minutes, yeah, your keg washer will do it for you. You can even upgrade that thing, pop the top, put the little steel spinning ball on there. So it's flexible. You can buy the main one and then upgrade it a little later. Not a big deal. Number 25, and I had to mention this one because it does fall within the $100 deal or less. It can also go over, is, because I said it's a great gift, and it really is a cool gift to give somebody. Yeah, the Yakima Valley, and no, it's definitely not an affiliate thing. The Yakima Valley, you can do 2 ounce, 8 containers of 2 ounce hops one time. You can do 8 ounce, 8 containers. So each container is 8 ounces of hops for $100. Or if you want to go nuts, you can get a year-long subscription and you get, I think it's 15% off, and that includes, you know, the shipping's in there. But basically for $85 max every 3 months for a full year, they'll remember you for an entire year, every 3 months. Or you can do the 2 ounce cans and then get that. I still think it's a decent deal. I'm not going to say it's the best deal if you're a brewer, because you can go buy what you want. But I like this as a gift. It's amazing as a gift. I mean, can you imagine someone getting this every 3 months? They're like, oh, dude, I look forward to these. I think they're so cool. So that is a great gift. Other thing I didn't mention, and I was looking at them, is I have these little guys. They're just timers. They're in my Amazon store. And I use these quite heavily now because I got 3 different timers on them. With the Brew Easy Compact, I don't really need them because it has its own built-in timers into the Brew Commander. But for like the Anvil Foundry, things like that, cheap, inexpensive timers that do a great job. They seem to tolerate the heat. They have magnets on the back and they clips if you want to clip it somewhere. That one's got a little beer wart on it, but it's still doing good, so it's all good. I don't care. And they're so inexpensive. If I break one, I probably wouldn't lose much sleep over it. So, but yeah, like I said, check out the links below. Even if you're not looking to buy something, check it out. You might get some cool ideas. You might find things you go, oh, that's cool. I never saw that before. Or, oh, wow, yeah. That's cool. Send the links to friends, especially the Amazon link. I do appreciate it. If they buy something, great. If they don't buy something on that and they buy something else, yeah, sometimes I get some chump change for that too. It helps keep the channel rocking and rolling. Got the house coming here very, very soon. So yeah, I need every nickel and dime I can get to get everything done and get everything ready. But cheers. I hope everybody has a great and safe holiday. Hopefully this video will be going strong for Father's Day too. If not, maybe I'll alter it a little bit and see how it goes based on what changes between now and then. I doubt much will change, but cheers. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. If you saw anything that was cool, anything that you want, anything you have and you're like, dude, yeah, I use that all the time too. Hit the like, throw me a little appreciation. Be safe, have a great holiday. Thank you, cheers.